Now, hello, what's good, y'all? Um, and you might be thinking, why am I making this video? Honestly, this is off of a whim. I dead serious saw a tweet that was talking about Eric Adams, and then I was like, you know what? This is super funny. And I remembered that there's a full length video of the tweet I saw, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna watch this, right? And I watched like a good 40 seconds of it. I was dying laughing. So I was like, you know what? Let's watch the full video together, okay? Now, if you don't know who this is Eric Adams, who is the now current mayor of New York City. Now, if you didn't know, Eric Adams was once a cop as well, and also a senator. But the main thing is that one of the main things about Eric Adams is that he was quite a dirty cop in his time in the NYPD, from what I remember, right? Right, and so a lot of people, he's low key just a nigga for real. That was a cop. Like, he's high key a nigga, if we really being honest. That's the best way to really put who Eric Adams is as a person. Now, mind you, shout out to Zodo, all right? Shout out to Zoran. He is, you know what I'm saying? He's my mayor. I mean, I live in the South, but whatever, okay? So, let's look over this and see how ridiculous some of the things that this nigga does in combating gun violence. Now, I'm all for combating gun violence. So let's get this, you know what I'm saying? I respect an American's right to own a firearm. I feel like we should definitely regulate them as well. All right?
Illegal handguns off the streets of New York. Hi, I'm New York State Senator Eric Adams.
I just want to say this nigga dead ass looks way better than that. This is like over a decade and a half ago. About a decade and a half ago. He's gonna look a lot younger, but god damn, he looks like two different niggas, bro. Like, have you seen him nowadays? Like, damn.
And for 22 years, I wore a bulletproof vest and stood on the street corners and protected children and families in the city of New York. I'm asking you to join me in this crusade of removing illegal handguns off our streets and out of our homes. Please come and join me inside my house as I show you how simple items such as bamboo paper can be an indicator of marijuana use, or a cut of straw can be an indicator of using cocaine. I will show you how to search a room to ensure that you remove illegal handguns and other contraband from your home. What I would like to show here,
I would just want to say is that one, who the fuck had bamboo paper? I swear, I promise you. I know plenty of people who smoke weed. I don't think any of them I know smoke bamboo paper. Mind you, this is like a decade old. This is like, I was in like elementary school when this video came out. But we can quickly check how old this thing is. This was made, wow, 2011. I was in like pre-kindergarten. Or maybe I was in pre-K. I don't remember. So, remember, and weed at this time was not legal, at least in New York City or New York State, right? I think at the time, Colorado was the only state that you could have that shit legally. But it was in just the start of it starting to become legal.
is to empower parents on how to search a room inside their home. It's imperative that you should know what's inside your household. And no one can state that you can't search a room in your own home. You write the Constitution. There are no First Amendment rights inside your household. It is your obligation and responsibility not only to protect.
I mean, I would say that you're kind of a dick. You're kind of a bad parent if you're going to violate your child's space. Especially if that child has not done anything to make you think that they actually have drugs on them. I would just say. I would assume that yes, children should have a right to privacy like any other individual or human being. So, but anyways, let's continue.
Protect the child that may be using an illegal drug or carrying an illegal gun, but you also have to protect the members of the household, their younger brothers and younger sisters, and the other elder members of the household. So by periodically sending a message to your home that there are no rooms off limits, you don't believe in locked doors, your house is open to inspection by your house and the members of your house. The message is you expect your children to do what's right, but you always have to inspect what you expect. And that's the key to providing some preventive safety. So if you come to a room like this,
bro, inspect what you expect. I would just say it's like, I mean, I think my door's locked right now. As I said, there has to be a reason within, like, if we're just talking about common sense. Why is there a reason why you would check your child's room? Why would you, like, for example, like, I was lucky enough growing up as a kid, especially in middle school, or when I had my phone, my parents really didn't go through my backpack, they didn't go through my phone, they didn't go through any of my stuff, right? I mean, the only time they ever really checked is unless my sister had ratted me out and saw that I had something that she wanted me to share, right? One time, my sister caught me with the candy called crybabies. They're basically like these sour ball thingies that like soften up and then become chewing gum things. Not gonna lie to my sister, you're a prick. My dad tried making me share. I put the whole thing in my mouth. Pause.
You can start out, I always recommend to start out in a periodic fashion so you'll be used to going through the room to look at the various items in the room. You can look in the jewelry box. A jewelry box of this nature, maybe a simple jewelry box, but if you look through it closely, you don't know what your child may be hiding. For instance, a gun could be hidden, a small
My nigga, who's going? What are you, fucking stupid? Who the hell is, like, if I needed to hide something, dead serious? Now, luckily, as I said, I have trustworthy parents and they trust me because I'm not up to date. Look, I could hide a bunch of different things in my room. Nigga, what type of idiot? If you're gonna hide a gun in your room, right? Why would you put it in a place that someone may check? You have to put it in a place that someone will know or will check. Nigga, a jewelry box? What if you're looking for a lost earring or a necklace or or an anklet, like anything? Like a wristband for a watch. Like, yo, a jewelry box can be a high traffic place to hide a gun. Also, it's not easy to get small weapons.
Caliber weapon could be hidden inside a jewelry box. Look at the various colognes and perfumes and photos and pictures. You should always, when your child brings in his popular knapsack with many different locations, look through it to see what exactly is your child carrying.
I will say in Texas, there's no real point just because who am I kidding, man? Even in Texas, bro, you can still, my sister be telling me, bro, niggas be sneaking shit in, bro. Because in Texas, they don't play, bro. At least in the school district she go to, bro. They make niggas have clear and mesh backpacks. And there's metal detectors too. Bro, since we both went to the same high school, bro, like my high school, bro, did not have none of that shit. No metal detectors, no clear backpack policy. Now it is brand new because unfortunately the year prior before I moved out here to this town, a kid had gotten stabbed, unfortunately. Which I see the justification for, like it's one of those never again type of policies.
In addition to a book, something simple as a crack pipe, a used crack pipe.
My question is, who the fuck is gonna hide a crack pipe in a backpack and have it that readily available? What are you, fucking stupid? Again, why the fuck would you keep a crack? Why would you bring a crack to school? You can't smoke crack in any conceivable way. Like, do you know what you would need even then to conceal crack? Like, I'm pretty sure crack has a pretty strong smell in it, right? That's one. Two, like, if you're gonna smoke in school, the only thing you can do in school, any school at least I've been inside, motherfucker, is gonna be vaping or achieving some kind of dab pen, right? In YouTube, I'm not encouraging the use of any of these items at hand. Okay, I am just trying to make this also educational and also show how fucking stupid he looks in doing this. For a cop, you're real dumb because why the fuck would you carry a crack pipe in your backpack and have that readily available? All right, because one, sneaky teens know how to be sneaky.
Could he have found it on the street? That's quite possible. But this is a discussion piece where you should start speaking with him to find out what is he doing with it and the whole use of drugs. This invokes conversations. Look at picture frames and behind them, cameras. Try to determine what's taking place. Behind a picture frame, you can find bullets. What does that mean to find bullets? Does it mean
what kind of dumbass would put a bullet behind a picture frame? Bro, what if someone is looking for some... People put things behind picture frames all the time. Again, What you're expecting these people to have like actually room temp level IQs to put this shit in such common places? Like dead serious. I don't know why, but if I was some sneaky ass kid, I would just put a bullet inside of an old jacket that I don't wear anymore. That's still in my closet.
Your child is carrying a gun? No. Where there's smoke, there's possible fire. Where there's a bullet, there's possibly a gun. You should.
I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire. I would agree with him on that. Like, if you find like, you know, a bong, there's most likely weed in your child's room. That's like, if you're searching your child's room, that's like a fair like analysis to make. I mean, I don't agree with Mayor Adams, disagree with him here, so I give him that.
Engage in the conversation and find out what are they doing with the item, and this empowers the parents. Look at all the items inside the room and feel around and see what's the possibility. Something simple as a baby doll. Could be just a baby doll, but also it could be a place where you can secrete or hide drugs. Run your hands over the pillow.
Bro, do you know how sloppy that is? If you're gonna hide that inside of a doll, I feel like any smart fucking person, I feel like would make a slit inside the doll. Oh crap, this sounds like I know what I'm doing. Yo, YouTube, I'm not a drug dealer. I promise you, I'm not. I promise you, okay? This is $4 because I spent $20 at my local Sefco on energy drinks and M&Ms. So I promise you, to cut a hole, rip some of the stuffing out, put it back inside, and just kind of cover it up, but like make sure nothing's poking out.
And see if you feel anything that's unusual, like a pillow like this where the button is a perfect invitation to hide something. And I felt something bumpy. I would reach in, see what it is. This one could be hidden inside.
My question is, why would you want a gun in your pillow? Because if you about to sleep on that shit at night, my God, you're asking for, like, what if that thing goes off on an accident? I don't know why you would have your gun immediately loaded or have any, not on a wheel gun. Every gun's bullets in it. God forbid you have a fully loaded wheel gun and every single bullet's in the, in their part of the chamber. But you're an idiot. And also, what if that thing goes off? Not only are your ears gonna hate you, you're gonna have just so many just stupid ass things. And what if that pillow's just like right on the side, and then your main pillow's like on the right of you or something? Like it's just right there, and then now you just have a gun pointed at your head. Like, one of the most universal rules of gun safety is that the universal rule of gun safety is when handling a firearm, never point it at something you don't plan on intending to destroy or kill, right? So, and also when handling firearms, kids, is also treat every gun as if it's loaded, okay? Keep your finger off the trigger when you're ready, and also keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. All right.
A pillow, a gun, maybe something that you'll think that can't be hidden there, but it can. And what happens not only when the person who is carrying this illegal gun is in possession of it, but also a child that comes into the room and plays on the bed, they find this gun. Let me tell you what a child would do. A child would take this gun, and because the trigger pull is so hard, they normally take the gun and they point it in their direction to pull down on it. So many gun accidents take place merely because a child discovers a gun in the room and believes it's a toy, and they play with the gun. Just look and see what's inside your bookcase.
I mean, I actually agree with Eric Adams here. That's pretty true, actually. Like, think about it. And kids don't have like the strength to pull down on the trigger that easily, so they have to use both hands. And yeah, I can see where that, I actually agree with Senator Adams here. That's actually, Mayor Adams, my fault.
It could be more than just books. Perfect place to hide cocaine or other illegal.
Why the hell would you like put the fucking cocaine inside of the book? You see how many books there are? Pick a thick-ish book that nobody opens. Put that shit in there. Call. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hope my parents don't start calling my phone saying I'm too fucking loud. But I ain't gonna lie to you. They might just call my phone saying I'm too loud.
Legal substance inside the room. My message to you. You have an obligation to protect your home. The First Amendment does not apply to the right of parents to go through their homes to remove contraband or any other unsafe item. There are no First Amendment rights in your home. You have a duty.
Let's just search up the First Amendment again. Amendment. So, This is the one. No. So the First Amendment of the Constitution: Congress should make no law establishing making. God damn it! Congress should make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the people, or the right of the people. God damn it! The right of the people to peaceably to assemble peacefully and to petition the government for redress to grievances. What the fuck is he? I guess freedom of speech here? I will say that Senator Adams, with that type of view here, is that you're going to make kids abusive. I mean, not kids. You're going to have parents feeling abusive because if they feel froggy that, oh, well, I'm the big bad, I could do whatever I want in my house, then you're just going to have kids that don't do any wrong. Mind you, you only need to go to extreme circumstances if it is an extreme case. Like, you go as needed. If your child has never done more anything worse than, like, I don't know, caught with, like, I don't know, somebody's homework, then there's no need for you to go searching around in their room, because one, you only need to, like, force is only necessary as needed, right? I mean, now luckily for me, it's not like I was. Now, for some of my friends who are stupid, who are more unfortunate or unlucky, more of, they may have been caught with contraband of sorts. No, yours truly, since I don't do that stuff, right? You know, now when I was in Colorado, we called vapes chop. I mean, out here in Texas, people call it 5s and 10s. But, like, you know, I've heard friends get caught with vapes and stuff. And I think one of my friends, he was walking down the stairs because his parents had called him down to dinner. And he was walking down, and then his vape fell out. And I was like, like that. Like, I heard that there's a story, and I was like, but again, to parents out there, please do not just needlessly or mindlessly search your child's room unless there's actually reasonable suspicion that your child might be doing something like that. Okay? So, I will see you guys in the next time, alright? Peace.